Hello, I'm David Chester with 989, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, including news that turns out to be a selection of downbeat economic items. First up today, there was the global dairy trade auction overnight, and the results were flat. In US dollars, prices fell 0.3%, kept up by higher whole milk powder prices, as we indicated last week from the USDA monitoring. Volumes were down marginally from the previous few auctions, but considerably above mid-year levels. In New Zealand dollar terms, there was a lift of 2.4% in overall prices. Fonterra and other observers say prices should start rising from here. Secondly, there's been a very sharp fall late yesterday and overnight in the oil price. This follows reports that Saudi Arabia was cutting what it charges United States customers to remain competitive in that market. Thirdly, matching some expected British moves, it looks like American regulators are going to file criminal charges against JPMorgan Chase for its role in manipulating currency rates. Back across the Atlantic, the EU has cut its growth forecasts in what is being seen as a depressing move in itself. Confidence in the ability of the Eurozone economies to work their way out of stagnation is low. Back in the US, the American trade deficit unexpectedly widened in September as exports hit a 5-month low, suggesting slowing global demand could undercut economic growth in the final 3 months of the year. New orders for factory goods also fell, although factory order backlogs actually rose more than the orders fell. In China, their major import-export trade fair in Guangdong showed a decline in orders year on year. Good external demand, which helped buoy growth in the third quarter, may not be sustainable in the final 3 months of the year. In a further sign of the times, Macau casino revenues fell an amazing 23% in October. Australia's labour market is weaker than previously reported, their Stats Department said in a review released yesterday. That sent their currency lower and reinforced the expectation that the Aussie interest rate pause will be extended. The RBA left rates unchanged yesterday. Today we get the New Zealand unemployment data for the September quarter. Markets are expecting our unemployment rate to fall slightly to 5.5%. In New York, US Treasury 10-year bond yields were flat in trade today and are at 2.34%. As flagged earlier, the oil price took a big tumble yesterday and is now under $77 a barrel, with the Brent price under $83 a barrel. The gold price, however, was stable and is still at $1,168 an ounce. Out of all of this, we start today with our currency a little stronger. It's now at 77.7 US cents, off yesterday's lows, and at 89.1 Aussie cents, and the TWI is at 76.5. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.